All right, y'all, you asked for it. I'm gonna bring it. You keep asking, what do I do for my skincare? Because I feel like it's huge to have good skincare in order for your makeup to succeed. No longer do we get to just use the bar of soap on our face. Here's what I'm using right now, June 2020. We'll see if it changes, but right now, here we go. My skin type is oily in the T-zone, especially in the summertime, and then kind of dry, normal, but along my cheeks, I'm always dry. Sometimes my forehead, even though I get oily there too, I'm always dry. So I'm gonna show you the products that I am currently using right here. I'm using my cleanser right now, then my CBD booster. This is gonna help regenerate with my skin. Also, one thing I want to test out, I just got it, is this. If you have used this before, will you write in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are on this baby right here. This is the micro scrub. Okay. And then I have my milk moisturizer, and of course, little bitty eye cream with the CBD oil in it. So this is my nighttime regimen that I do, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Now this little guy, I have tried so many cleansers, and in the end, my skin just feels really dried out, which is so funny because this is what they're for, but it just feels really dried out. And so I will shake this baby up every time, and this stuff is different. Check this out. Okay, so you just get it like that, or it can come in a spray as well, but you want to get about that much on your hand. And this is with dry hands, dry face, and we're gonna put it on. So I even do it on my eyes. You've never seen a better YouTube video than this. Watching me take my makeup off. Once I use this, and you can go down your neck too, especially if you put like bronzer down there. Once I use this, and as I'm rubbing it in, it feels super dry. I'm just going to then get my fingertips wet and rework it in. I'm going to rinse it off. Get it rinsed off really good. And I think it's so important. It's so important to rinse this off with a rag, not just like getting your hands washed. With just this kind of cleanser, it's so important to rinse it off with a rag. Okay, there's that part down. I'm gonna let it dry, and everyone is different with how they use their toner. So this next step is different for your skin tone. I know that for me, I don't use toner all the time, but again, everyone is different. Now, please know that, again, we are all so different. So this is what I use. And if you do have a product that you totally recommend, let me know, because I, of course, love to experiment, as you can see what I've used in the past. So, I mean, there's so much on this countertop of products that I've used. So after this dries off, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my eye cream right here. This little cutie. This sucker was recommended to me by so many people. Now, this is not a sample bottle. This is how big it is. It is used so minutely. This is like pure gold. So I'm just gonna put that under my eye like so. Tiny, tiny, little bits. So now we have this baby. Now it says on the bottle to shake. I got this from an esthetician, so I recommend that. The eye cream, this baby, I got from an esthetician, so make sure you, these are medical grade. I believe so. Now this is meant to go with your moisturizer. This is the milk cream that I use. I am obsessed with. So I will put this little dropper like this in my hand. And then I will take one, look at how cool this is. I can do this with one hand. Woo! It's supposed to just be one, but since I'm doing it with one hand, it took two. So you just take one pump of this, and then I put it here and keep them separated. Then I move that around my hand, and then I'm gonna work them in together. And then we just go. Okay, I just realized on the daily, that is what I do every single night. Now let's talk about some things that I add in throughout the week. So a couple times, oh, this thing right here. This is pure gold. So this is an exfoliator that is so gentle on the skin. So that's why I was wondering with this one too, because it's actually like a scrub, which would be a little more abrasive, and this is extra soft. So truly, before, like after, and I did this yesterday, after I wash my face, it dries, it doesn't have to be completely dry. You just pump in a couple of these. There is no grit in this. It's, you know how when back in the old day, you'd put glue in your hand like this, and then you get all these flakes that would flake off? Well, that's what it does to your face. You put it on your face, and then you just keep rubbing your hands around, and all of a sudden, all this skin is gonna ball up, and it just takes it off for you, rinse it off with a rag. So I do that 1 to 2 times a week, depending on just how I feel, what my skin's going through. Because remember that seasons play a big role in your skincare line too, and if your skin is sloughing off, because you will have times that your skin is sloughing off more than others. So that is something that I do, again, with the Cure. You can get this on Amazon, and I will put a link below to this. This lasts forever. I think I've had this for probably a good 4 months by now. Okay, and then the other thing that I do, this baby right here from Ordinary, they have some really awesome products, but I'll do this about 1 time a week as well. It kind of, when it goes on your face, you feel like it's burning it just a little bit. Pay close attention to your skin. If it gets out of control, you can't handle it, then again, pay attention. But this is something that I use. Along with that, another one that you can use too is this milk mask. It is so good. It's 1 pump. Sometimes she hops at you. It's 1 pump, take it on, and then you let it sit on your skin for up to 5 minutes. So it's a 5-minute max type thing. The more sensitive your skin is, the less you'll leave it on. Another thing that I just started adding into my regimen, so this is medical grade as well. This is a Glow Weekly pad. And this right here, it's supposed to kind of take care of your skin and take care of like aging that's taken place, sunspots. This is supposed to be super, super helpful. I was hoping it would say on here so I could give you like legit. So your very first time using this, you're gonna use it for 15 minutes. And then you're gonna start to go longer and longer and longer and be able to finally leave it on your face all through the night. So you wanna keep it super clean and sanitary because it will go bad. And you're just gonna take out with clean hands, make sure your hands are always clean. You're gonna take out 1 of those and just use it once a week. Now, we're gonna talk about morning time. All right, morning time. I'll wake up in the morning, and people do things differently. I actually just rinse my face off with a rag in the morning, but people who have really oily skin, they usually are going to cleanse. So one thing that I really, really like about this product is it's so good for oily skin, rosacea, dry skin, aging skin. It really has helped my skin balance out, even out. Like, it used to have a ton of my freckles always showing up, and it does a lot better now. So you can use your cleanser in the morning, and then this is like the awesome sauce. So in the morning time, you're going to go in and put on this vitamin C. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's like that. You want like this nice darker color that it gives you. That's a good vitamin C. So then I put that all over and I let it dry. For some people, they don't need a moisturizer really in the morning, especially if they're taking really, really good care of their skin. But with me, I feel really good with what's going on all here, but these little babies right in here, and then on my cheeks, I like to take my milk moisturizer, and instead of doing a full pump, I'll just do a little pump, and then I'll just put what is that on my cheeks. And then if my forehead is all dry. But besides using the Lyra, I pretty much just use under eye cream, of course, and then that milk minimally. But that milk is so cool because when I even put it right in here, so I'll put the under eye cream here, and I'll put the milk here. I'll even show you. In the day, I'll get just a little bit, okay, on the fingers. And then I'm gonna put it right there. So you see, just right along in here, that's where I'm going to put it for you. So I'm gonna put it just right along in here, okay? And I'm gonna let that sit, and then of course get it on my cheeks, and then they're taken care of. And then I'll let it sit like a good 5 to 10 minutes, depending how dry I am, and then I'll put on my makeup. I do have a tip for you. I have an extra solid tip for you if your skin is wigging out and ever so dry. All right, we'll put the hair down so I feel a little more normal. But this tip is so good. So let's say you have dry patches. Let's say, like me, you go to Bora Bora, you get a rash on your face and your skin turns bright red and is like flaming red hot. Well, at that point, all my skincare just hurt my face so bad, and the only thing left over that my face could actually handle were these. So if you ever get to the point where it is flaming hot, let it heal a bit, let it take care of itself. But this is what I do once I get past that crazy point. Really cool. The milk has lactic acid in it, and I felt like when I was really dry that I just was trying to put it on twice. No bueno, it's just too much. The skin doesn't need that much lactic acid. So Kara, the owner of this, she said, hey, don't put so much milk on. It doesn't need to have it twice. But one thing that you can do is do your skincare regimen, and then where you are insanely dry, take something like Aquaphor, Vaseline, and on that area, just where you're dry, you're gonna take a very thin amount of this and you're gonna put it on the dry area that is freaking out, and you're gonna go to bed. So let it sit, make sure that you're not sleeping on your face, but you're going to just let that sit on your face and do its thing from the night. This is only gonna be needed a couple nights. Like, it really does make a huge difference for you. So that is my tip for like insanely dry skin. It's just to let it do its thing, let it dry, let it heal, not let it dry, let it take care of itself and replenish, and you're gonna love it. All right, so that's what I do with my skin. I do not wanna get any older, so anything that I can do for anti-aging, I am going to. If you're someone who has mature skin and you're having to pay close attention to all the things, then here you go. But that is what I do for my skin, and it's something that a lot of people can do for oily skin and dry skin, whatever kind of skin. But that's just what I do. If you have any questions, you can always put them down below. But if you're not following me on Facebook or Instagram I love. On Instagram, I'm Jocelyn.McClellan. And then on Facebook, it's Fit Mission Makeup with Jocelyn McClellan, where I do live tutorials on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would love it if you would subscribe to this page so that you know when everything is flying in. I post videos here every Friday so that you have something new all the time. If there's anything that you want to see more of, let me know. Take care and have a good one.